And we're back in the IS300 after a long time, after taking out the old engine, after putting in the new engine, and we're finally back. So what are we going to talk about? I don't know. I honestly just came up with something in my head just for today's video. I'm sorry it's very last minute, but project cars. When people think about project cars, they think about classic restorations. They think about 80s, 90s Japanese ship boxes. But honestly, the IS300 is not a bad platform. Ooh, G-Wagon. Rear-wheel drive, manual if you could find one, pretty playful. You wouldn't expect these cars to be playful or very light and, I don't know, friendly when learning how to drive. But honestly, they are. With just a set of coilovers, cheap coilovers, I got some Megan Racings on this. Sway bars, that's what I have on this as well. It's very, very playful. It's similar to an FRS or any other Toyota chassis. All right, let's see if anyone's coming this way. And we're good. I think this is my first real POV video with this car. The other POV, I used another camera. I'm using the DJI Action 4 with the DJI mics, and honestly, it works great. So let's talk about the downsides and upsides of getting an IS300 as a project car. Let's start with the downsides, because that's what y'all want to hear. Most of them are clapped out, most of them have 200,000 miles, and almost all of them have a check engine light. Here's what I can tell you though. If you buy a project car from the 80s or 90s, you're gonna have a hard time finding parts, and it might be too big of a task for you as a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, or even someone getting into cars. With an IS300, parts are available, parts are relatively cheap, and there's a lot of information online how to fix or manual swap or improve the chassis. And like I said, stock, they're very boaty, they're very slow and hard to react and so on, but with some coilovers, with some wheels, with some tires, they honestly become a very fun and playful car. One thing about the check engine light is that almost every IS300 past 200,000 miles has a Bank 2 O2 light for some reason, O2 sensor light. And no matter what you do, it won't go away at all. You could get a retune with a Quantum Auto, but that's a whole nother thing. Let's talk about the upsides though. It's rear-wheel drive, you're a teenage guy that's 16 years old, and you just watched Initial D, which is all the things I was when I was 16. So you want to slide it around. A lot of them came with LSDs, a lot of them are open diff, but you can still slide them around in the rain. A lot of them are automatic, but they're still very, very fun. You could use these buttons on the steering wheel on a stock auto to downshift and upshift. And with a car that's 20 years old, everything is still intact, even though some stuff are breaking down, like my AC not working right now. A lot of the things are still working. The bushings are still completely fine if you live in the South and you don't have rust. The suspension's most likely fine, like the arms and everything. Steering's fine. Of course, it's a 2J, very reliable. This car will teach you the basics of maintenance, the basics of working on a car, the basics of modifying a car. Coilovers are easy to take out. Oil changes are relatively easy. Power steering, very easy, very accessible. AC work, very easy, very accessible. And there's a lot of information online. The community's great, and it's not like, I don't know. I shied away from the 350Zs because they were always like, they were more clapped than the IS300s. They were always beat up, and I don't know, I'm not a V6 guy, but something about the IS300 being Toyota, me being a Toyota guy, just attracted me. And I'm pretty sure you could correct me in the comments, but the guy who helped develop the AE86 and the Supra helped develop this car. So what does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? I don't know, but it's cool. So there's not many downsides other than the sticky dash, most IS300s coming manual, and most of them being treated rough by their previous owners. Other than those 3-4 things, there's not many downsides of getting an IS300. Again, Toyota reliability. Again, 2J. Again, there's countless videos on how to manual swap it, which really, really helps out how the car drives and how the car speaks to you. And I have tons of videos on what to do and what not to do with that. So instead of looking at that 80s car or that 90s car or that classic muscle car to restore as your first project car, start off with something that's a little shittier. Start off with something that's a little easier to work on, a little cheaper, and you can still thrash around. You can still drift. A lot of people drift them like I do. A lot of people track them. A lot of people street them or stance them if that's your taste or that's your forte. A lot of people enjoy these cars for many different reasons, and as you can see, the manual one's very fun and very playful, and I say that again and again and again because I don't know what other word to use. All right, first gear. I'm in the boonies right now. Just listen to that. Beautiful, beautiful. I hope to make more videos on what transmissions you could swap into your IS300. I would like to try out in the future a ZF speed from a BMW or a T56 from an American chassis, but honestly, finding W58s, finding W55s, getting them rebuilt, and putting them in isn't that big of a job. Starting off on a car like this that's easy to work on and cheap to work on really gives you the confidence to go to the next step, buy another chassis and work on that, or have the confidence to work on your friends' cars. And just honestly, the IS300 is the best learning chassis. You learn how to drive because it's rear-wheel drive, either open diff or LSD. You learn how to work on the car because it's very easy to work on. You learn diagnosing the problems with the car because all of them have check engine lights. You learn suspension stuff and brake stuff because most of them have things that need to be replaced, whether it be brake pads, rotors, and all that kind of stuff. But it's not that big of a task. And I'm just rambling on and on because why not? I have a camera on my forehead, AC's not working, it's a beautiful day, and I'm enjoying driving my car. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that mountain, that's beautiful. So yeah, if y'all like my rants with a camera on my forehead and me driving a random car, look at the steering wheel shaking. Yeah, most IS300 wheels will be bent from my experience because I've bought another set and they're also bent. But hopefully you enjoy my rants and random POV videos here and there. Hopefully I could speak better next time on my other POV videos, but there's not a way to get better at speaking in front of a camera other than speaking in front of a camera on and on and on, wow, on and on and on and on again until you just get better at it. You know what I'm saying? So you know what to do. Like and subscribe. Sorry for the rush video, and I'll see y'all next Sunday. Peace.